Cancer is the real depopulation tool. 1 in 2 people will get cancer during their lifetime. Cancer rates have soared since 1990s. Processed foods are partly to blame. What other things are causing the high cancer rates? Vaccines. Edit. Here's the article. Cancer in 20s-30s is soaring. It's not just any single tool. Is all of them. Like how the food nutrition pyramid that we were taught is actually upside down. Microplastics. The plastic. In the air. In the water. In the food. In the deepest parts of the sea and the highest points on Earth. In an fetus that is inborn inside its mother. It's believed that more than half of cancers come from cosmetics toiletries. Makeup, deodorant, shampoo, toothpaste, sunscreen, etc. Yes, I'm sure processed foods only add to that percentage of positive cancer diagnoses. It could be from a general attack on the body from all sources. The body is naturally able to fight off most things, but I'd say cancer for the most part could be down to the body being overwhelmed. A bit like a road that's falling apart and one day no car can get through and causes a huge problem. I suspect sugar to be a big part of the problem. They've been taking out animal fats from food since the 80s and replaced it with sugar, which isn't even as nice. Our ancestors lived off animal fats and were thinner and healthier. Food, plastic, chemicals in the air, water, ground. Everything. Basically. Wonder what the cancer rates are amongst hunter-gatherer groups that still exist. In the rural county I live in, most everyone gets cancer. The treatment center in the nearby city everyone travels to is commonly known as having all the chairs filled with people from my county. Whatever it is they spray on fields and use to kill weeds. It also is a moneymaker, keeping people sick. I believe 100 they have a cure for all types of cancer. A tool for Mother Nature. She'll always have something up her sleeve for us parasites. Sunscreens that have carcinogens in them. The very thing we use to prevent skin cancer is causing us to get skin cancer. I know the cases are rising, but 1 in 2 is a flat-out lie. I just lost my mom to cancer last week. Started in the lungs and spread so fast in 2 months' time. The worst was it taking over her brain. She even had multiple radiation treatments on the brain to help shrink the swelling. But it didn't matter. The last few days was like she was in a coma. I stayed with her in hospice until her last breath. I'm scarred for life now. I left the US and broke her heart. I'm certain her sadness is what brought it on. I love you, Mom. Today, tomorrow and always. My dad got cancer and told me the only reason he got it was 'cause he was weak. So I guess if you get it, it's your fault. According to a cancer patient. Not me. Mars bars. Genetics mostly. In this day and age just about anything gives you cancer, but you're more likely to get it if your parents did. Medical industrial complex. Holy Fukushima Batman. I heard a rumor death is the real depopulation tool. Glyphosate. Plastics and the chemicals that come with them. Whatever they're spraying in the sky. Diesel exhaust. Take your pick of any number of things. Air, water and food are pumped full of shit and we all swallow. Not wonder. I think there's a correlation between the unadvertised ingestion of microplastics. If you're not familiar, you'd probably enjoy that rabbit hole. They have the cure, that's for sure. PFA and microplastics too. Invisible. Biohazardous. Environmental conditions, micromaterials. Mostly ignored by the market, the people and the government. Indirect population control through a rough, free market which doesn't care much about the people's health. Direct tools like wars and starvation in critical nations. Not taken into account. Ps. High cancer rates are just the visible symptom of many things that are going very wrong in the background. IMHO. Since Ohio train terrorist attack, my skin hasn't been the same and our water supply, I feel, is tainted. Don't forget to test your houses for radon. It's the #1 cause of lung cancer in non-smokers. Standing in big crowds on the corner sucking in diesel bus exhaust in every breath. 10 times more than any cigarette smoker does. He only sucks in once every 1 to 3 minutes. Look at how many die. Just running their suitcase-sized generator in their garage. Campfires. Sitting downwind. Every breath, highest levels. Cheers. Age. Another population tool that doesn't do much to reduce the population, since most cancers occur beyond the reproductive age. But the reasons are likely as follows: high sugar diets, which are proven to accelerate tumor growth. Longer life expectancy, people who would have eventually gotten died too young of something else, and population booms in the Southwest, i.e. white people living deserts. Skin cancer is the most common cancer, and tanning was very popular in the 70s, so it's not that surprising that the people who spent hours tanning started getting cancer 20 years later. Synergistic toxicity. Almost every aspect of our existence is tainted by some sort of harmful element, substance. Much of it is environmental pollutants that accumulate within the human body. This is a researched topic, and we can conclude that we are all exposed to varying degrees. Aluminium, heavy metals, pesticides, chemicals, PFAS, microplastics, etc. all accumulate in the fatty tissues of your body. These include your major organs, including your brain. One of the very few ways to detox is through near-infrared sauna therapy. For more information on this topic, refer to Dr. Lawrence Wilson's book Infrared Sauna Therapy and Dr. Morkala. Prolonged suppressed anger causes cancer. Things like a bad diet environment just makes it easier to manifest. Literally everything causes cancer. General rule of thumb. The further away you stray from the natural, the higher your chances are for your cells mutating and becoming cancerous. Heavy pollution from industry and military, poisoned food. 3 alcoholic drinks per week raises your chances of getting cancer by 15. Yikes. Death is the ultimate depopulation tool. If one decides to turn his back upon medical science, imperfect as it is, one might get the opportunity to remove himself from the population sooner. Hippocrates 450-380 B.C.E. gave cancer its name as he observed it spreading through bodies like a crab. Fuck you for thinking this is a new problem. Death is hard and unpleasant. But death is necessary for life. Where would we be without disease and age-related death? Yet still suffering from human ignorance. No place I'd want to live. Wi-Fi signals everywhere. The vaccine, brew. I reckon it's because there is a lot more stress, less love in the world than there used to be. Vapes. Mental illness, suicide, diabetes, gender war, overdose.